Hi dear friends, welcome to Top Education. In this session we are doing the stock and commodity market chapter first, which is part 2 we are doing here. We have completed the part 1. If you have not seen, then please go and see the first video and then continue with this, because the link should be there in the studies. So let's begin with it. So buyback of shares. Today we are learning buyback of shares. So buyback of share is an corporate action. Yes, it is an corporate action which is done to buy back the shares. So why we are doing this? Why we are buyback? Why we are taking back the shares from the shareholders? Now, first we had issued the share of 100. But now what we are doing is the 40% off. The 40% of shares we are buyback. We are doing it buyback of shares. So in this 100 we are taking 40% of shares. Why we are taking this 40%? Let's see here quickly. Unused cash, market perception. So unused cash here first. Why means, because guys, what happened here is the large companies will take up capital huge. So they had issued 100 shares and the 100 shares were subscribed. But what happened is the amount, like they had got 10 lakh, the whole 10 lakh was not used in the business. Okay, the 40% of the shares were not used, it was not utilized, so the cash remained stable. And in our economy we know we cannot keep cash stable, we have to use it actually. So we buy back the shares. Okay, then tax gains also. So when we do buyback of shares, the company will get tax benefits. Of course it will get tax benefits. Then to change the capital structure, of course there was 100 shares and 40% of shares they are removing it. So they are changing the capital structure to increase market value of shares. Of course guys, to increase the market value of shares, now there was 100 shares, 40 shares were removed. Next we have 60 shares. For this 60 shares, the market value is increased. First the share was 10 rupees, now the share price is 100 rupees, because of this buyback of shares. Because now the company has few members, so the dividend will go more. Exit option, when the company or the corporate is not interested in doing business anymore, it can exit. So by giving all the shares and all, there are few SEBI guidelines where the company had to follow while doing this process called buyback of shares. Special resolution to the shareholders. Of course guys, if you're giving if you're the shares which is of shareholders, and you have to call them and then you have to do those buyback of share, without that permission you are not able to do it. Next, not exceed 25% of the total paid up capital. So what I did here is 40%. So SEBI guideline, what it is saying, not more than 25%. So I only can take 24% of shares, not 40%. Why? Because not exceed 25% of total paid up capital. So 25% more than I cannot take. So I made it to 24. Of course, I have to follow the SEBI guidelines. If not, the corporation or the company will be in trouble. Next, declaration of solvency. Declaration of solvency means where the company is not able to earn profit also and loss also. It is in the middle. So a certificate should be issued to SEBI, and then they can do the buyback of share. Destroy this share completely. We have to destroy this share. Now we have done 24% of the share buyback we have done. Okay, so this 24% should be destroyed. No piece of paper should be found out. Then no issue of new issue shares before 1 year. So he cannot issue this 24% of shares again in this 1 year, because there are some SEBI guidelines also. So this were the buyback of shares. What is buyback of share, guys? To take back those shares which were subscribed by the shareholders by paying them. We are not taking freely, we are paying something for the shares, and we are paying extra. Not, see, the amount of the share will be 100, so we are paying 110 to them because they were our shareholders. Now we don't need them, so we have to pay extra, and then we have to give them the shares. Got it? Okay, so why we are doing unused cash? Cash will be remain, so we have to give it back. Don't, economy says tax gains also. By doing this golmaal, we can get tax benefits also. To change capital structure, of course we are changing our capital structure, because in 100% we are giving 24% buyback. To increase the market value of the share, as I said, first the share value can be 10 and another day it can be 100, because the goodwill of the company may increase in one day also. Exit option, he don't have interest of doing the business, so he's exiting by giving all the shares and debentures to everyone. There are few SEBI guidelines to buyback or to do this buyback of shares. So first was the special resolution in the meeting to the shareholders. Shareholders should know that the company is doing this thing. This is the SEBI guidelines. This you have to actually write. If they ask, they may ask, the write down the buyback procedure, so you have to write this. Not exceed 25% of the total paid up capital. Now in first what I was doing, I was assuming 40%, but what SEBI said me, not more than 25%, so I made it for 24% actually. Okay, so not more than 25%, I cannot buy back those. Okay, declaration of solvency, when the company is not in profit, not in loss also, so we have to issue the certificate and show to SEBI. Then destroy the shares. The shares which were issued and which were buybacked, those shares should be destroyed fully. No reissue of new shares before 1 year. Before 1 year, the company is not able to issue the shares. So this was the procedure of buyback of shares, guys, which is a very interesting story. You can, if you understand like a story, then it is very easy to you. Next topic, we are doing the process of issuing share. Now what are the process through which we are doing the issue of shares? First is IPO. As I said in the first video, we'll know the further details also. So that is initial public offering. Initial public offering is done where we have some procedures also, which we'll learn in the next video, because this video is a very lengthy. We'll continue in the next video. So process of issuing shares, what are the process? First is IPO, initial public offering. Initial public offering means when the company is fresh, newly started, then he can do this IPO, initial public offering. FPO, follow up public offers. So follow up public offers are done from the existing company who is listed in the stock market, and first our issue ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So ಅವರು first issue ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. This is not new company. The IPO is new company where new issue of shares and debentures are done. FPO means follow up public offers, where it is done for old company. So it should be listed 3 years, it should be listed in the stock exchange, and it should pay the dividend for 3 years to the shareholders. Then he can do the new issue of shares. Extra issue ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Next we have right issue. Right issue means the company is first, okay, the company is existing, it has shares and debentures, it have issued first also. Now what he is doing is he is issuing one more time, he is issuing the shares and debentures because of lack of capital. So it will, right of issue means where he is issuing to those shares and shareholders who have first of all the shares and debentures for with them. The existing customers or the existing shareholders are given the shares. So right issue. Private placement, we can say the company is giving those shares and debentures or preference share, equity shares to their friends, mutual friends, to their family members and all. So that is private placement, privately. Next we have brought out deals. Brought out deal means here the merchant bank is an authority, or we can say an physical existence of a body where it will purchase the shares and debentures at a bulk. It will purchase it in bulk and it will sell one by one. How the wholesaler will do? All he will purchase in a bulk and then he will sell in the part. Okay, next we have book building. As we have known book building, because the price is not fixed by the company, the price is fixed by the public. Provide price range, only they are giving the range. Yes, till 40 maybe, yes 40 ತನಕ ಐತಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. 30 ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ 30 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓಕೆ ಆದರೆ 30ಅಲ್ಲಿ shares and debentures ಮಾಡೋಣ. So that is known as book building. So guys, we have learned the process of issue of shares. First is IPO, initial public offering for new company. FPO, follow public offers, where it is done for the existing company, where it should be listed 3 years, listed and paid dividend. ನೋ, ಅದು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಪೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಆವಾಗಲೇ ಅವರು ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಶೇರ್ಸ್ಗೆ. ರೈಟ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂದರೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಏನಂದರೆ ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನೆ ಅವ್ರು ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಗೇನ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೆಮ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆರ್ ಮದರ್, ಫಾದರ್, ಆರ್ ಎನಿ ಅದರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್, ಲೈಕ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಅಂತ, ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಬ್ರಾಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಡೀಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮರ್ಚೆಂಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಮರ್ಚೆಂಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಫುಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಶೇರ್ಸು ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಬೈ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕಮಿಷನ್ ತಗೊತಾರೆ ಅವರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ಬ್ರಾಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಡೀಲ್. ಬುಕ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೈಸು ಕಂಪನಿ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ಕು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗುಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ದಿ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಗುಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಇಮೇಜ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಬುಕ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಟು ಸೇಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೇ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತಗೊತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಬೈ ದಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೇಂಜ್ ಅಂದರೆ 40 ತನಕ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಸಾಕು, 30ಯಲ್ಲಿ ಓಕೆ ಆ ಥರ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು ಆ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸು. ಸೊ ಗೈಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ವಾಸ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟೆಡ್ 2 topics, that is buyback of shares and the process of issue of shares. Guys, thank you for watching this video. If you like, then please subscribe to channel Top Education. Thank you.